In this video, I'm going to look at some starter plays from the opening round of the Champions Cup for this season. And I'm really going to look at how teams manipulated defenders with their running angles, their options, and how the playmakers put themselves in a position to get the ball to the finishers where they can be effective. And now that rugby's coming back again around the world, make sure you visit worldrugbyshop.com for your team's latest equipment and apparel needs. worldrugbyshop.com. I'm going to start off with the Clermont Bristol game, some amazing attacking rugby, a tri-fest. But key themes what I'm going to run through this video are always having options. So a hard option and an out the back option. It just gives teams opportunities to attack where they see the weaknesses. And in this case for Bristol, there's a disconnect in that transition zone between the line out and the back line. And that's where this big, strong, hard line is. When we play forward, that's what causes big damage to the Bristol defence and gets Clermont on the front foot. And that was really quick ball. That was less than a second ruck. But I want to bring you back to the actual line out. And the front lifter is your number 8, Fritz Lee. And I just want to highlight the work rate that he shows to get around the corner for that second phase. Remember, it was a really quick ruck. But he also now has a significant part in how Penaud gets through the line. If I just pause here, you can see he's running a blocking line and he's getting in the way of the Bristol defender. Now, I'm not saying it's right, but it is massively effective. You can now see the disconnect between those two Bristol defenders. Beautiful inside ball with Penaud working off his far wing. Inside ball and he's through the gap. Now, the playmakers have now got Clermont into a position where they've got their 14, their 15, their 11, their back three, their best finishers, all working together at speed. There's a beautiful pass to Racker at speed, who's ploughing through, and this offload is absolutely class. And then you got Matsushima, who's on the inside, the back three working in tandem. Now let's look at this a little bit detail, because this is a special offload. We could all agree this is a great bit of skill, but there is a process behind it, and I've actually done a video on offloading. And you can see that in the link in the top corner. There's eye contact, and I use the analogy of eye contact and shaking hands. That's what I use when I'm coaching, and it helps bring it to life. So there's eye contact, there's the shaking of hands, and that just makes sure that the pass is deliberate and it's following a set pattern so the attacker, your support player, can run onto it to either keep momentum or score a great try. A platform to a good attack is how do you get your playmakers in a position to make the decisions to get your finishers in space. Now this is just really simple, it's 8 to 9, but it gets power out of the playmaker in the wider channels where he's going to excel at making decisions. And when we play through here, it comes back to those options. You've got that hard option, which Bristol are scared about because it damaged them last time, and now you've got the playmaker also out the back. So now they take option 2, with a great catch pass from Cami Lopez, another playmaker. And just look at these hard running lines. They've got Bristol defenders sucked in, so option 2 is the best option. Racker's worked off his wing, and now just look at this running line to really sit down the last defender, Malins. And like we saw last time, you've got the back three working in tandem. So great draw and pass, and then you've got the ball to Matsushima, who draws in the last defender. You've got Penaud, who finishes it. And what's fundamental is that the options, now if we look at the rear view, all options are on. There's no decoy. Everyone is an option with intent, and it's just about choosing that right option. And Bristol deliver a great play of their own. This one, it's slightly different how they get the playmakers in position, but I love this. This is number 2 working around the corner. You almost see this in sevens a lot. So Byrne, the hooker, is working around after the throw. There's a nice little interplay here. And now that allows number 9, Randall, to be the option 2 out the back. And you've got Piatown, that hard option, as number 1. So they've created options with smart setup play. And as you can see here, Bristol have now got their 2 playmakers, Randall and Sheedy, ready to make the decisions. Once again, there's options. Now you've got Piers O'Connor on that hard line, and you've got Sheedy out the back. And Bristol see that Clermont bite in. Look at this catch pass for Sheedy. Beautiful skill level. Great work off the wing from Leua. Now you've got Malins running a hard line. And I just want to point out Randall here. Look how far he is away, but he ends up scoring this try. A great bump off here. And Malins is really smart. Again, subtle little detail, but he bumps off Penaud. Just that extra little bump just to give him a bit of time and space. And we highlighted Randall earlier. He's there like any good 9 in support, finishes a beautiful try. Now that's watch us from behind. The big takeaway here is the movement off the ball. Everyone's an option, everyone has intent. You've got the playmakers executing their skills. You get the finishers in space to do what they do best. And it's just a great combination of really smart tactical play, skill level, raw power there, and then great work rate support play to finish a fantastic try. Let's switch over to Ulster's try against Toulouse. Now you've got Dupont, the 9, he's off the other way. And you've got the 8 to 9, which is getting Cooney, a playmaker with his hands on the ball. And there's a really beautiful interplay here. So it's that little wraparound. You've got the hard option, which is on. You've got the option out the back. And then with the right execution, this has got Cooney on an outside arc. And just watch how he straightens up here. He draws in that last defender. And it's really, really important because that now gives space here. And you've got that support line through. And then it's a beautiful finish. And it's just all getting options. Everyone's got intent, and it's a fantastic style of play finish. And this is a great clip to finish on. Dominant maul, you've got that hard option, which sucks in the Connacht defender. You've got Finn Russell, option 2 out the back. And that hard line gives Finn Russell that extra bit of time on the ball to then deliver one of the most beautiful passes you'll see. At Beale, who's running at pace, he offloads from before, who Fakatawa was in support. Fakatawa executes the 2v1, and then what a finish. And I think this is worth finishing the video on. So all these options and running lines and skill execution allows teams to get their playmakers in the position where they can get the finishers like this to score tries, what we all want to see. Thanks for watching The Contact Coach.